Hello everyone, this video will show you everything about the biggest update this year called Blood Testament. This event will run from September 8th until December 8th, and it gives us new battle pass, new time of day, and a community event that unlocks even more content. Of course, this event will have 3 chapters, and those chapters will bring something new every month. But we are also getting the community event, which is a brand new thing. So during chapter 1, when the event is live, community event will start with 3 different stages. There is also new event mechanics, new burn traits, new weapon, and a free story challenge later in the September. And then later in chapter 2 and chapter 3, we are getting a second new weapon, a new tool, new tarot cards, more community events, world changes, and more. But the biggest thing is the community event, which is coming chapter 1. It's called Make Them Bleed, and we'll have 3 different stages. This event will be shown in-game since the day 1 of the event is live, with a real-time progression between the stages. Each stage will give us something new. It's up to the community how fast can we progress through these stages. So, if we unlock stage 1, we're gonna unlock the Blood Moon time of day. This is dynamic time of night, you could say, shifting between the intense blood moon and the dark blood moon. During the intense blood moon, you'll notice storm, lightning, but mainly the shining red moon that makes the visibility brighter, but also sends AI into frenzy. Monsters will become more aggressive, so expect increased attack speed, increased movement speed, and sharper senses, which means they'll aggro at you from further distance. You can tell the monsters are in frenzy because of the smoky aura, but also because of their sound. And when it switches back to the dark blood moon, the map becomes a bit darker, still brighter than nighttime, and the monsters return to the normal state. Here you can see the difference between the intense blood moon and the dark blood moon. And then, during the stage 2 of the community event, we will unlock a new burn trait, Chupacabra. And if you interact with a live horse, cow, or animal cage, you'll restore 1 health chunks. So once we reach the stage 2, you can buy this trait for 2 upgrade points, and it's burn trait, so if you use it, it's gone. Same as Necromancer. And then there is the stage 3 of the community event, but that reward is unknown. But I'm sure you can guess, or maybe you saw some hints or teasers on Gamescom, so we will have to wait and see. Write in the comments what do you think is gonna be the stage 3 unlock. And yeah, we do this together as a community. With this community event, you can help progress through the stages by killing monsters, bosses, and interacting with blood wells, which is a new thing. These blood wells are visible in Darkside, and each compound will have at least 1. If you interact with it, it will drain a bit of your health, but you get a new Siphon Trait. Also keep in mind, if you interact with a blood well, you will send the close AI into frenzy, so they'll probably charge at you, so be careful. So what does this trait do? Well, if you loot enemy player, you will steal a random scars trait of enemy hunter body, leaving the siphon in its place. You can find this trait randomly spawning in-game, but the blood wells guarantees it. What I like is that this trait will prioritize stealing Death Cheat, when it's possible, over any other traits. And if you play solo, Death Cheat is still priority, but the second priority is a Necromancer trait. So this is great for solo players, but even for teams. Keep in mind, if you play solo and you kill another solo, this doesn't work and you cannot steal a Necromancer. It only works from teams. And yeah, if you are playing in teams, you cannot steal Necromancer no matter what. Now to the fun stuff. We are getting a brand new weapon. Burgess Shotgun. It will be unlocked in Battle Pass at level 15, and this is a size 3 shotgun, but it has a catch. Because it's a folding shotgun, it has longer equip and unequip animations than other shotguns. It holds 6 rounds in magazine and can be used with bullet grabber. The stats are pretty much the same as Slate, except it has a slower fire rate, and like I mentioned, longer equip and unequip time. You can play it with Buckshot, Dragon's Breath, Fleshshot, Penny Shot, and Slugs. It also comes as Bayonet variant, which has even longer animations, and a Trauma variant. Now let's go over some gunplay changes. Lemmat is getting a new custom ammo, high velocity bullets. This will be great, especially in the unused Lemmat Carbine Marksman variant, so I cannot see how this performs. But also, Lemmat is getting small nerfs. The ammo reserve is going from 18 to 12 bullets, and the shotgun shells from 3 to 2. And that's it. So it's not as big nerf as I expected, but we'll see how it does. We are also getting hunting bow nerf. 1 hit kill range to upper torso while at full draw has been reduced. With 100 hands, it goes from 36 meters to 30 meters. And without the trait, it goes from 29 to 27. Also, the damage curve for drawing the bow has been reduced, meaning that quick shots will do less damage. Bows also getting reserve ammo reduction, so basic arrows going from 8 to 6 per slot, and custom arrows go from 5 to 4 per slot. Personally, I think they should have went different way with this nerf. I find the ability to kill in arms and legs while infinitely holding the bow fully charged is a bit problematic, but we'll see about this nerf. Another nerf is coming to the officer pistol. It's getting reserve ammo reduction from 14 to 10, and if you play high velocity, from 9 to 7. But the Terminus shotgun is getting a big buff. The damage is increased from 186 to 207, and the spread is decreased from 40 to 30, so it's more accurate. So now the Terminus, Slate, and the new Burgess Shotgun have exactly the same damage and exactly the same spread. Of course, other stats are still different, but now you might find them more consistent with each other. Now we are getting a bunch of price adjustments, you will see the list on the screen, but basically the meta choices are now more expensive. Heavy Knife got increased height of the melee hitbox, so it should be a bit easier to hit headshots with it. Scouting and hidden information is also getting some changes. Scout towers are back, but are hidden by default. Medical supply is also in the game, hidden by default. Everything on the map is hidden by default, but if you take a clue, you reveal 2 extraction points. And taking second clue reveals the rest of the extraction points. The scouting maps that reveal all the hidden information can also appear at all supply points. And as you expect, scout towers still have the guaranteed scouting map inside. The radius to discover hidden location also been increased to 75 meters, and you can still use spyglass and pings to uncover them at distance. We are getting some changes to the Catalyst trait. Vulture with Catalyst now lets you loot some ammo from down hunters. This will benefit mainly long ammo and nitro. And Lightfoot with Catalyst gets the ability to never break branches. This was moved from Beast Face to Lightfoot. But also, Crackshot, Blademancer and Corpseer can now spawn at the scout towers and a special supply points. I'm sure some people are happy for this. We are also getting a little celebration music when you extract, the classic hunt humming theme. And certain inspect animations won't be hard anymore if you cancel the inspect. There is more minor changes. Monsters will now attack faster when wet. Emulator pathing has been nerfed, so he won't run across the compound to find a path and reach you once he's aggroed. And Hellhounds now move slower in water or when they have damaged leg. The Postal supply will now only feature the experience boon, and Clockmaker supply will now have the dark side boon. There is also overall spawn chance reduction of the boons, so you're gonna see them less in towers and supply points. It might be worth bringing poison ammo or anti-road shot again. And one of the best things on this update is that we're finally getting trait presets in loadouts. It was heavily requested and now it's here. You can add traits to your loadout presets. It works the same as the weapon preset. You can select what you want, or you can only buy it if you have enough upgrade points. With this, the maximum amount of hunter slots got expanded from 75 to 100. And now for matchmaking, there is some quality of life changes. There is now MMR decay. So returning players will receive a temporary MMR modifier that reduces your MMR, something like if you play solo against trio. But the modifier is gonna gradually decrease the more you play. The time, how long you need to stop playing to have this modifier is unknown, but it should help some people if they didn't play Hunt for a while. There is also similar modifier that applies to the new players, giving them easier time. Here is another very requested feature. If you report a cheater and the cheater gets banned, you will get now notification. And if your hunter gets killed by a cheater who later gets banned, you will get a flat $100 compensation. I don't know how much, but I guess we'll have to see. This is the first version of this feature. The devs are looking into more complex compensation system, but they wanted to get it out for testing. Now this is all I can tell you about this update. In the background you'll see the entire battle pass and the new skins, but don't forget there will be more things coming in chapter 2 and chapter 3, like the new weapon, new tool and more. So still a lot of things to be excited about. The full patch notes will be shared around the September 8th when the update releases. You will also see a list of bug fixes in there. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, ask me in the comments. I will be reading them all, and goodbye.